Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. I don't know what you really want me to say. Today, tonight?
Welcome to Bloodbath and Beyond. Today we unbox the silver play button.
After doing this for 9 years, we've finally hit 100,000 subscribers. We're going to unbox this, we're gonna take a look, and we're gonna talk about, how we got here. Or just reflect a little bit. I don't know, maybe I'll show you some old clips.
Hey, I'm Trav. I'm the center of this reverse Oreo.
Hey, I'm John, and I'm a Starbucks whore.
And I'm Jay, and this is Bloodbath and Beyond.
Here we go.
Let's see what we got.
Some nice protective foam.
Good foam, quality. That's YouTube quality foam, Google stuff.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
We
We got the business card shaking around.
Rick, the guy who made it.
Congratulations on your subscriber milestone.
Thanks, Rick.
Okay, we don't need to read that. Just like I probably won't read this, but it is cool.
What kind of paper stock? What
That is a
cardstock do we have
good
here?
cardstock.
That is a...
Oh, yeah.
That's something
That's good.
Patrick Bateman would love.
Impressive. Very nice.
All
All right, here it is.
Ooh. And a little... Thank you,
Little
Rick.
salt thing. All right.
That looks quality.
Look, Trev. Oh, the green is gonna get keyed probably.
All the reflection. Nicely engraved.
Presented to Bloodbath and Beyond for passing 100 subscribers.
100,000.
100,000.
100 subscribers and we give you this silver plaque.
Look at
Look at
that.
that reflection.
It is shiny.
It's so you can see yourself in it. Look,
Yeah.
it's you guys.
Yeah, you're the 100,000.
Oh yeah, I've ordered 2 for you guys. I didn't get them. I was gonna surprise you. You can order extra ones after you get your first one, which is another process that I had to jump through. So
I mean, it makes sense. If you're a channel of multiple people, it's tough to just have one.
yeah, for a long time you couldn't. And years ago I was like, John, I gotta break the news. If we ever get to 100K, I don't know, buddy.
It would be every other weekend we just rotate.
Yeah, we're the divorced parents just passing along the kid.
It really hit me when John's like, I have a place on my wall for one. I'm like, it was 9 years ago. We sat at a table similar to this in a place not so similar to this. It was my buddy Dave's basement, and we wanted to make a podcast talking about Sharknado. And we sat down with our little lapel mics that kept running out of batteries. We actually had cameras.
Multi-cameras,
We
yeah.
had
we had
three different cameras.
3 Canon T3Is. We each had a T3I at the time, and we're like, doot.
So initially, it was going to be a little bit different, shot from multiple things. I got to the editing, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've never edited before. I'm not doing multicam on my first go. We recorded our commentary on the couch for Sharknado, and then we also botched the first one. I think the recording just stopped, and we had to redo it again.
Because we failed to realize that the faults in Canon cameras was you get maybe 20-minute max of
It
record
was
time.
7 minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Now the newer models, you get 20 minutes if you're lucky. We were constantly watching the timer. We have to film this in under 13 minutes and then stop and then re-record and then stop and re-record.
Yeah.
We're now at 426 subscribers. We're also switching over to using the GH4 so we can hopefully get a little bit cleaner video and we don't have to waste so much time getting up and turning on and off the camera and resetting the audio and stuff. We can just kind of do it all in one shot and we're good to go.
But then we started to post the videos. We had a couple, we dropped them, and people started subscribing. And it was weird because we're like, okay, outside of just us and family members interested in what we did, we got our first real subscriber. And Galactus won.
Yep.
And we met him once. We saw him downtown Toronto because he's local. And that was really cool. It kind of eventually snowballed, and we didn't take it seriously at first. It was at 80 subscribers. I remember filming a little video.
Hey guys, I'm Jay from Bloodbath and Beyond, and today is March 14th, 2014. Today's the day that I decided that I'd like Bloodbath and Beyond to be something that I can be successful doing. We have 38 videos, we have 89 subscribers, and we have 7,626 views. Hopefully, I'm famous by the time you see this.
I think the big moment for me early on was when it was John Paula. Remember when he put our channel in his like
favorites?
His favorite feature channel. So here's this YouTuber who is like huge at the time.
Today I also talked on Reddit with Jonathan Paula, who's the #1 movie reviewer on YouTube.
You see all the other channels like 10,000, 100,000, and then like us, like 80.
Yeah, that was very cool. And I still talk to John. John's awesome. But I do want to say thank you to everybody who has stuck with us over 9 years, because we did not expect this whatsoever. And I know a lot of you were probably like in high school and now you're married. And stuff like that. Like 9 years.
We stayed the same. You got married.
Yeah,
You got married. We stayed the same.
Yeah.
I maybe gained some weight. You lost some weight. But we still kept doing the same damn thing. Talking about movies that we probably shouldn't have an audience this size talking about, you know? Like, we talk about B movies since day one, and we never really stopped.
Today is March 20th, and we've got our first screener, Pro Wrestlers vs. Zombies, which is coming out next week.
There are a lot of channels that got to 100K way faster than us, which makes so much sense because they focus on, you know, big budget movies, which we strayed from for a long ass time.
Even to this day, we still haven't even like done the core franchises. Like, that's the thing. Like,
I know, I got somebody asked me like, are you guys gonna do the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise? I'm like, at this point, I don't think so, to be honest.
We came this far. I mean, out of spite, now we just didn't do it.
Yeah. It's like even like when new horror films came out, it's like, oh, we're gonna go see it in the theater, but in our mind it was never, let's go see it in the theater and then review it, because we're like, no, we gotta watch what's on, like Tubi wasn't even a thing back then.
No. What's interesting is to look back and see that there was not a lot of horror channels when we started. We saw like Eric Harrison, who was fucking ingenious. I don't know, he changed his name to like the Death Twitch. There was 13th Wolfman, Sean C. Phillips. He was like the biggest creator. So we saw him, and I think at the time he had like 20,000 subscribers. And we were like, holy crap, that's a massive amount.
Yeah, we would see him in some of the movies that we would watch and recognize him.
This is so much better than D&D.
Yeah, and then we started just meeting a bunch of people. It took us a year to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then from year 1 to 2, we gained a 9,000 subscribers, so we got to 10K. But somewhere along that line, we had like a 5,000 subscriber contest, and we met the Horror Addicts, which I just streamed with last night when filming this. And we've actually like met a lot of people in person at conventions, and I think that's the coolest thing, is the amount of people that we've actually got to see and talk to.
It was really neat. There was even a fan at Felissa's booth who's just like, hey, I watch all your reviews, which was really awesome.
Because we don't look at this 100,000 subscriber thing as like a number. Of course, at some point you're like, we want the plaque, we need to get to this threshold. But like, if you look at the comment sections, I respond to nearly every single one, and probably takes up too much of my time. But I like doing it, and I like talking to everybody, and it's really cool that people talk back.
I think that's it. When we were in high school, younger, we were watching these kinds of movies. Eventually, we're just like, there's gots to be people.
There's other people like us out there.
Yeah, and because we decided, okay, let's just take a chance, let's just record some dumb reviews, let's see what happens. Then 80 subscribers, Jay's just like, I'm all in.
Yeah.
And then 9 years later, here we are.
Yep.
We went to multiple conventions, went to movie sets. You went from just a bunch of guys sitting in a very dirty basement filled with cat hair.
Oh god,
These guys are getting allergic.
yeah, with us being deathly allergic, like half of the episodes, everyone's like, your eyes are so bloodshot red.
Like we would pause to go upstairs and breathe. To now, where we have our own rhythm, we've experienced all these things. Like, it's way more than just hitting that 100,000.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't have a job. Like, this is my job. I mean, this channel alone is not my job because they hate us. I think maybe because we are an older channel and there's been some problems. I didn't know how to blur out nudity back in the day, so I'm sure we got like hidden community guideline strikes back then when they didn't have that yet, but they already hated us, so at some point they just stopped showing our videos to people. But there's a few thousand of you that still watch all of our videos, so that's fine.
When you look at people who have had channels for this long, you think of like the growth and like have the styles changed. And when we look back, we actually kind of did change early on for the better. Because when we first started, we were dicks. Like, we were very cynical because in our mind, we thought that was the route.
We still bash some movies.
But
we're not
some
in-
movies bash themselves.
Yeah. but by no means were we the film cynics that we were in the day.
No,
Absolutely.
definitely not.
We changed the background once. It was really bad. We were like adding objects in the background for a while for every video that we reviewed. We just started watching too much shit. I couldn't put more stuff in the background. So when the first like February came around, I'm like, let's make a little Valentine's Day set. I'm gonna make it red and stupid and just modern and almost as a parody of like the dark underground horror reviewer. I'm like, this actually kind of looks cool. And we kept it, and it's the same set that we use now.
Yep. And then every so often we switch up with our holiday themed ones. In fact, one of the early years of Shark Week, we went to my cottage and filmed the lake water to use in the background.
Which I've now swapped out because it took too long to render.
Well, I think that's one thing you learn is like there's things where you're like, oh, you'll do these small things and people like will appreciate it, or like that's what makes you successful. Then you realize they're like coming to hear Jay or John
Or Trav.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
well, I'm not
Trav.
gonna
Like
say
that
myself.
one guy.
Yeah, that one guy in the comments.
Callan.
I love that guy. I just go look for his comment and I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
success.
Once again, thank you guys for everything. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for all the recommendations over the years, because even if I don't necessarily shout you out in a video, I take everybody's movie recommendations into consideration when we're sitting on the couch looking for something. It's like, oh wait, somebody recommended this. Yeah, we need to watch that. Yeah, just thanks for everything. It's been awesome. This has been quite the journey. And it's really cool to see so many of you like become YouTubers yourselves and grow exponentially immediately, which is awesome. Like, some of you are so cool and much better at this than we are. And so I envy a lot of you.
I mean, how much more appreciative could we really be? It's at the very least given us something to do. It's different hanging out because we always have something to do. We always have a movie we could watch. Life-changing.
It's been a good ride. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
And that's the end.
Yeah.
Actually, I say that as a joke, but it kind of is. So, I've complained a little bit about like what has happened with our channel. Look at our views. Like, most videos won't get over 2,000 views because there's something weird going on, and I've complained about it on Twitter. If you're there, I'm sorry, you have to deal with all my shit. But I did get to the bottom of it, and we do have a hidden community guideline issue that has affected our channel, and it probably happened early on, but I now have confirmation that this channel is essentially dead. Look at any of our community posts, we can barely get like 20 likes, and it's just because people don't see our stuff anymore, unless you have notifications or you actively watch us. But there is a hidden guideline issue that was confirmed by a representative at YouTube that our channel is essentially dead. There's nothing we can do to fix it because it doesn't show up on the front end of our channel and there's no way to resolve it. That's why we created the other channel in the first place. We went through the Bubble Bath and Beyond to change the name when I started to think that something was going wrong. I knew it was there, same reason why I moved Extreme Underground to a different channel, because I knew they could be affecting our channel negatively, and potentially maybe that's what happened. The bulk of our videos from here on out will only be on the other channel, and we're kind of done with this one. And that's sad to say, because we didn't get to the 10-year mark, but it's not worth the extra year to put videos on here that you know 100% and confirmed by YouTube that they will not perform well. That sucks.
Such a waste of a great name.
I know.
Yeah.
But it's not going to stop us from doing what we do.
Right. I still want to make videos with my friends. The other one is currently Bloodbath TV, but Bloodbath in itself could also be the issue because they keep shutting down our like merch shelf, and they're saying that our merchandise has community issues. But if our merchandise is just t-shirts that say Bloodbath and Beyond, maybe it's the channel, it's an underlying issue we can't resolve because it's the channel name.
New name, same people, same quality reviews.
Some more 90s stuff
Yeah, we're going to go more beyond.
than
Yeah.
we have before.
Yeah.
More like the For Real stuff, but not called For Reals. But thank you for everybody who has stuck with us here. I hope to see you on the other channel. Once again, I've been Jay.
I've been Trav.
And I'm John.
Thanks for watching. Oh, that was an end of a chapter.
Yep. 9-year run.